Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Richelle and I was a home-based online English tutor and a virtual assistant working from home. But now, I am concentrating as a real estate agent here in Baguio City. So for today's video guys, I have decided to share the disadvantages of being a virtual assistant because I know a lot of us are still aspiring and dreaming and planning to be a virtual assistant. But before you do that, before you apply, before you pursue, we have to understand the disadvantages. And don't worry, sa next video ko naman, I'm going to share the advantages. Of course, there are also many advantages of being a VA. But for now, let's talk about the disadvantages. So number one is income instability. Why? Because many VAs are working as freelancers or they are looking for clients independently. So that means they are not affiliated to any VA agency. So independent lang silang naghahanap ng clients nila. Mas malaki yung sahod pag ganito ang status mo as a VA. Pero yun lang, there is a risk of income instability, especially if you only have one client. Your client can terminate your contract anytime, especially if the business is not doing well na bankrupt na, or hindi na siya nag-earn ng income. Syempre, wala nang ipapasahod sa'yo si client mo. That's why they have the reason to terminate your contract. Or, pwede ring hindi nila nagugustuhan yung performance mo, hindi sila satisfied sa performance mo, pwede din lang i-terminate yung contract mo if that's the reason. They can look for a better VA. Or, meron silang nahanap na tool, for example, yung mga tools na mas mapapadali yung work na kayang-kayang gawin ng tool na yun yung mga ginagawa mo. So, they will save more money kung gagamitin nila yung tool na yun. So, that means they will terminate your contract kasi nga, syempre, mas malaki yung nagagastos nila sa sahod mo compared dun sa tool na bibilhin nila or isusubscribe nila para gawin yung mga tasks na originally ginagawa mo. So, those are the common reasons, some of the common reasons why a client will terminate a contract ng VA niya. Number 2 is no employee benefits. Actually ngayon, marami naman ng mga clients ang nag-o-offer ng mga employee benefits like paid leave, yung mga government benefits like SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, mga ganyan. Pero marami pa rin, most clients are not offering those kinds of benefits. Kailangan ikaw mismo na VA ang mag-process or mag-asikaso ng mga benefits na yon. So, ikaw yung pupunta sa government organizations para i-process or bayaran yung mga benefits mo. Minsan, yung mga VAs dahil na nasanay nang naka-work from home and nasa kanila na yung pera na pupunta sa ibang gastusin. Instead na pupunta nila dun sa benefits nila, yung Pag-ibig, SSS, ganyan, PhilHealth, na pupunta sa ibang expenses kasi nga hawak-hawak mo na yung pera. So, it's really hard kasi minsan maraming hindi nakakamanage talaga ng salary. Okay, so that's actually one disadvantage. Number 3, time zone challenges. So, of course, as we know, our clients are from other countries like US, UK, and Australia, or ibang bansa, ibang places, ganyan. So, meron tayong time difference. So, if hindi ka sanay, syempre, kailangan mong mag-adjust. Malaking adjustment ang kailangan mong gawin para maka-adapt yung sarili mo sa time zones nila. Kasi syempre, hindi naman si client yung mag-a-adjust for you. Many clients are offering flexible work schedule, pero marami din clients ang gusto or nag-stick doon sa strict schedule na office hours nila doon sa ibang bansa. So, yun lang ang isang disadvantage kasi syempre, iba naman yung time ng family natin dito sa Philippines, di ba? Especially if you're a mom, a parent, hindi ka makakasama sa mga ganaps ng family minsan kasi syempre kailangan mong matulog sa araw and then magtatrabaho ka naman sa gabi. So, yun ang disadvantage. And, iba na yung oras ng pagtulog mo, ganyan. That's why we have to adapt talaga. Kailangan na kayang-kaya ng katawan natin, ng isip natin na mag-night shift or mag-iba-iba ng schedule. Kasi, for example, ang client mo ngayon, Amerikano, tapos biglang nagkaroon ka ng ibang client na taga-UK naman, so magkaiba sila ng time zone, tapos iba naman dito sa Philippines. So, kailangan mo talagang mag-adjust. Walang fixed na pattern, parang ganon pa, for you to continue your daily routines and of course, yung daily sleeping habits mo, masisira talaga siya. So, it's really a challenge. For some people, habang hindi pa nila na-experience, sasabihin nila na, ay, okay lang yan, kayang-kaya ko yan. But the reality is, it's very difficult. Pag bata-bata ka pa, pwedeng-pwede, kayang-kaya pa. Pero pag nagkakaedad na tayo, mahirap na talaga. It's really hard. I've experienced that. I worked as a call center agent for how many years? I also worked as a VA for ilang years na din, iba-ibang clients. So, na-experience ko yon. So, when I was a call center agent, yes, ang dali. Shifting schedules, ang dali kong mag-adapt. Pero habang tumatanda na ako, it's really hard. So, that's one challenge. Next is isolation and loneliness. Yes, maganda kung kasama mo yung family mo sa bahay, at least kausap mo sila, kasama mo sila palagi. That's the advantage. Pero what if mag-isa mo lang, 'di ba? Ang hirap. Like for me, I've worked as a home-based worker for 9 years. Straight yon. And grabe, na parang na-burn out ako after 9 years na there was a year na gustong-gusto ko nang lumabas. Gusto ko nang mag-try ng work sa labas kasi it was really hard for me. Kahit konting problema lang noon, na de-depress na ako, ang hirap-hirap ko nang i-handle yung stress ko kasi I was just working from home. Hindi na ako nakikisalamuha sa mga friends ko, sa mga coworkers kasi syempre if you're working from home, ang kausap mo lang sarili mo and lalo na nung time na yun mag-isa ko lang, ganyan. So it was really hard for me. Meron siyang effect sa mental health, parang ganon. Pero yes, that's true. It's really hard, especially if you're experiencing some problems, struggles, ganyan. Wala kang mapagsabihan. Again, it's a good thing kung kasama mo yung pamilya mo sa bahay. Next is high competition. Yes, this is the reality now. A lot of people are actually aspiring to be VAs. Kaya ginagawa nila lahat ng pwede nilang gawin para maging qualified sila. So, naglo-learn sila ng new skills, nagde-develop sila ng mga skills nila, tinitrain nila yung sarili nila. Marami silang ginagawa para maging better or maging more qualified than other applicants. So, the competition is really high kasi many people are now aspiring to be home-based workers dahil syempre, mas convenient and most of us want to be with our families, di ba? Kaya, kailangan din natin na mag-upskill. Kailangan din natin na i-improve pa yung mga skills natin para maging more qualified. Kailangan nating alagaan ng mabuti yung mga clients natin. If we already have clients, kailangan nating mag-learn pa ng new skills or better skills na pwede nating i-offer sa kanila para hindi nila makita yung kakulangan natin sa ibang VAs. Also, may mga lower rates na ino-offer yung ibang VAs, lalong-lalo na if they really want to have experience too, mag-offer sila ng lower rate. So, syempre ikaw naman na kunyari mas mataas na yung rate mo, minsan kailangan mo ding babaan, 'di ba? Dahil nga, yun may competition in the market. Next is technical issues. Sa ating mga home-based worker, technical issues are really a big problem. Bakit? Kasi nade-disrupt yung work natin, especially kung example, yung computer mo nagka-problema and then isa lang yung computer mo, kailangan mong maghanap ng way para makontinue yung work. Hindi naman lagi-laging nangyayari yon, pero pag nangyari kasi yon, very big impact din eh. Pag may blackout dun sa area natin, syempre, kailangan nating pumunta sa mga ibang places like our friend's house para maki-connect muna, maki-internet muna, makigamit muna ng kuryente nila kasi blackout sa area natin, 'di ba? Mga ganon. Madalang lang mangyari, pero malaking impact talaga siya sa work natin. So actually that's one of the challenges, yung mga internet connection problems, yung computer problems, and then of course blackouts, mga ganyan. Yung ibang companies, ibang clients, actually nagre-require sila ng power backup, ganyan, yung mga computer backup, wifi backup, ganyan. So, kailangan din nating maki-adapt din. So, additional gastusin pa, 'di ba? If we really want to have a continuous career, a stable career, kailangan din nating mag-invest sa mga bagay na yon. So, those are just some of the disadvantages, pero yun yung nakita ko na pinaka disadvantage ng pagiging isang VA. So don't worry guys, those are just simple disadvantages, pero hindi ibig sabihin na ito na yung magpapa-discourage sa'yo para hindi mo i-continue yung dream mo to be a VA. So please continue pa rin, lalong-lalo naman na kung if this is really your dream, go ahead. Maraming mga opportunities out there. Sa next video naman natin, we will talk about the positive things. We will talk about the advantages of being a VA. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel. Bye!